Hello, stamping friends. This is Jenny from Celebrate the Journey, and it's Monday, and it's President's Day, so happy President's Day here in the United States. And give me a minute to see if our light looks good. It does look pretty good. I think everything's okay today. All right, so it's President's Day here in the United States, and yay, Jamie, I'm glad you're here on time. I had switched my Mondays to 1 in the afternoon, but we made these haircut appointments probably 3 months ago, so I didn't think about it being a Monday in the afternoon, so I had to switch back to 10, but that's okay. We're flexible with our time, and you know, if you miss the live video, you can always watch the replay. So that's a plus. They're always here on my Facebook page or on my YouTube channel. So if you're watching on YouTube today, I would appreciate if you leave me a comment, subscribe to my channel, click that little bell on the menu bar, and you'll be notified when I upload a new video. I would appreciate that. So, have you ever heard of Split Coast Stampers? It's a page on the internet, I guess a group on the internet, and it has thousands and thousands and thousands of cards on there from every company that ever made stamps, paper, craft projects. It doesn't, I shouldn't say every, but a lot of them. And it's free. You get to see more if you create an account, but you still don't have to pay. They just want your email address, and then I don't get an email from them but maybe twice a year. So, or you can choose to have emails sent once a week. But what I like on the Split Coast Stampers is they have tutorials. And they're so well done. They're picture by picture by picture step tutorials. Sometimes there'll be a video with it and sometimes not. And I like to learn new things. So I thought maybe you might need to take a minute to look at Split Coast Stampers. Plus, if there's a stamp set that retired 4 or 5 years ago and you're looking for it, they do have in a forum, I think is what they call it, a search where you can see if somebody's selling that stamp set, or you can post that you're in search of that stamp set. And so maybe you could find something that you've been wanting to get in the past that you were sorry you missed or whatever. So the tutorial I am using today came from Split Coast Stampers, but I did notice that Jackie Bullhouse has used this one recently herself, and I'm sure other people have too. And it's called a standing ShadowBox card. So this is the one I made last night, and it stands up like that so that it looks cute on your mantle or your dresser. You know I'm a sucker for anything that stands up. And then you put the message on the back because you really can't write a message on the front. And this will flatten down and go in your envelope with no problem. So this is made with Nature's Prints DSP and the stamps. And this Kindness Matters came from the Celebration set. Beautifully Happy, I think is what it's called. I love these little heart pearls. I just ordered 2 more packs of those today. So let's get busy. We're going to use Happiness Abounds, mainly because I'm just taking the easy way and using the DSP and cutting out the flowers. I went ahead and cut out a few. I don't know how many we'll need. We might cut out some more because it's not a hard card to make, but it does have a lot of steps to it. So we need our trimmer. I'm trying to think of what this is called. And we're going to start with 4 1/4 by 11. And we've got a lot of scoring to do here. So the first score is at 1/2. And then 1. And we're doing this because it's easier for me to see these over here. But now we're going to flip it and we'll finish our scoring. So the next one is at 4 1/2. I'm double checking my measurements here. Jamie, I do like to watch her fancy folds, so if you guys have a chance, you should give her a look to see if you like some of her fancy folds. And this is at 5 1/2, and then 6, and 6 1/2. And now we're going to go all the way to 10. We're going to make that 1 inch and 1/2 inch. So 10, and then 10 1/2. Now if you want to grab a pencil, I'll read those to you again. I'll give you a minute to get a pencil. I think we're done with our scoring here. So it starts at 1/2 and 1. Then it goes to 4 1/2, 5, 5 1/2, 6, 6 1/2, 10, and 10 1/2. Now, I know it's hard to see, especially on dark paper, but that's all the scoring that we're going to do today. And now we're just going to crease our scores. Now, these are not going to be in the right direction. We're just scoring until we figure out the right direction. And since it's cardstock, we actually want to go ahead and weaken those fibers so that when it's standing up, we'll have some nice score lines. So don't worry about that. Thanks for joining us today, Rosalind. I'm glad you remembered I changed my times. And it's a lot of scores here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 scores. That's a lot, isn't it? Now, to make this stand up, we're going to figure out our fold directions. So these go there. If you pinch that, and then you'll know that this goes this way. And this one goes this way. Now this, the open side is a little easier to figure out because you know which way it's going to go, I think. Now, do you see how it will stand up like that? And that's so cute. Now, we want to add our DSP to this first because we're going to cut an opening. I'm using a circle, but I know you could use a square. You could use an oval if you had a small enough one, or you could use one of those larger label dies that we own. But you want to put your DSP on here first, because you can't cut this and line it up straight. It's just impossible to do. And I think oh, now I couldn't see. I was going to say, did I cut that wrong? No. That does look a tiny bit more than 4 1/4. Let's double check it. Or else my cardstock is just a little off. We're going to trim that off. Just a hair. And this is some of the in color pack of designs. I just wanted a soft color to go with our Happiness Abounds. Good morning, Kay. Thanks for sharing with us today. All right, now we've got that down, and now we can do our die cut. So we'll run this through the cut and emboss machine. I'm going to put a piece of tape just to hold it in place. Oh, I'm sorry, this piece here is 3 3/8 by 4 1/4. Now, you don't use this, but you can save it and use it on something else. So now we have our opening. We need to decorate the sides. Let's see, right here, these little pieces. So I have 2 little bitty pieces. They're 3 3/8 by 4 1/4. They go on the second flap there. It's just to decorate them up. There could be something fancy on there. You could almost, I was wondering if you could put ribbon there, but I think it might be a little too bulky. I've seen so many cute things. I've even seen where people turn this like into a shaker card, or they even put acetate there, so it made it look exactly like a little window. I'm thinking this purple is just a tiny bit off there. So now we've decorated that, and now we need to do our inside. So this is, since this is the Happiness Abounds, I thought that'd look pretty inside. And we're going to stamp our sentiment there. So we kind of need to decide where to stamp that sentiment. So this piece is 3 1/4 by 4. That gives you a little bit of wiggle room if you need to be concerned about where you're stamping. So let's put that there. And I think I can stamp right here. I pulled this sentiment from that set that says, "You are wonderful in every way." And I think we'll just put it right about there. Let's see how close. Right about that ought to do it right there. And I will have just a tiny bit of wiggle room to move that around. Now I'm going to use Gorgeous Grape because I want it dark enough. And we're going to check to see if this is straight. I think that looks pretty good. Not too bad. Now we'll go ahead and stamp the back side with our sentiment, and I just chose Happy Birthday. We'll probably put a little flower on the back too, but we'll have this done. So I think that's going to take care of all our stamping. I want to make sure my hands are kind of clean. I've noticed lately I've just gotten so much smudgy stuff on my fingers, and then I've gotten glue on my fingers, and I'm trying to do a little bit better of keeping my hands clean. I guess that's a drawback of being crafty. You always have sticky fingers. That looks good, doesn't it? And then we can put our flowers all around here. Don't you think that little bunny, the Easter bunny, would be cute in here? Oh, just gonna have to make cards all day long, I guess. So now we're ready to go ahead and glue this together. You can use tear and tape, you can use glue. That's you could use Stampin' Seal Plus. Does not take tons of glue, but I am going to show you, give you a hint here in a minute. So we've got that one. We'll let it dry for just a second, and then we'll do our next one here. And all that is just lined up to the edge. The glue gives you a minute to get it straight. So this is going to get a lot of wear and tear, and we want to make sure it dries well. So I'm going to put clothespins on it while we're working, and then it'll get nice and dry. If you have those bulldog clips, they would probably work. I don't know, we'll see. Might get two more here. I think clothespins are something most of us crafty people have. All right, so that can be drying while we decide which flowers we're going to use. So I've cut out the purple, excuse me, Fresh Freesia and Gorgeous Grape, I guess that is. And we're going to see. Can't let it go out of our edge. Might not want two big ones. Maybe just one large one, a small one, and another. That looks pretty. I think that works. So now we'll need some green. I only cut out one leaf there. So let's see if we need another leaf or two. I think we can do this leaf and maybe this one. Don't think I have that die out. There it is. And that one. So we'll cut those out while this is drying. We'll be ready to put this together. There we go. Hopefully those are straight. If not, we've always got more paper. I really think this Happiness Abounds is some of my favorite paper in the annual catalog. And you know it will be retiring in May. So if you want any of it or any more of it, that one kind of moved around, didn't it? Then I would suggest you go ahead and order it. Because once it's gone, it's gone. And I think, now it would just be my guess that these stamps will be in the next catalog, but the paper probably will not. They've only brought that paper once or twice that I can remember. Now, this one is worth bringing back, but we can't guarantee it, can we? Oh, that one looks much better. Sometimes they slide around on that platform if you're not careful. And I also pulled out this pretty peacock ribbon. I thought we might put some of that on there. Maybe puff it out a little. Let's see. I don't know. We'll try a bow and see what happens. If we don't use it, we'll use it on something else. But I wanted another bright color. We'll do a double bow. Okay, let's trim that. Pull that off. I think that fluffy bow, we might even end up putting it, we'll see. We might not even use it. This is all a brand new card for me today. I think we'll, I wonder if we want it that way. No, we'll do it this way. So we want to put this on with some dimensionals, so they only need to be right there. Otherwise it will glue your card together. We can always go back and sneak one or two mini dimensionals in there if we need to. But this is one you have to kind of figure out the placing of it. Because each one will be different depending on what you use in the way of flowers or design elements. If you use the bunny or flowers or other things. Let's make sure that's good. Now we can add, we'll put one dimensional there. And then I think we'll put glue on the other side. I want it to, there we go. Oh, I know, after what about if we put that one up here and put our bow there? Oh, I like that. I think I'm going to do that. Let that, yeah, hang over. So then that means right here will be our dimensionals. This is how I design cards. I just kind of play with them until I'm happy with the way they look. And sometimes I'm never happy, and then they end up in the trash can. So that happens. I think these need some sparkle. So we're going to put some Winkostella on these flowers because we can. Sparkle bling is always a good idea. And I think we need some bling. We're going to get out the in color dots. Or maybe we'll do the hearts. I don't see how much. We got a little bit of shine on there now. So let's put our ribbon on there. I've got 2 dots just in case we need that. Oh, I think that's cute. Now let's see about some bling. That's not the right color. That's the Starry Sky. Let's see about the darker in color ones that, oh, I don't know what they're called. The glossy assortment. That purple, I think might look pretty. Well, let's see if our sides are good and dry, and that'll help us make a decision. I think they are. We got to put our leaves on there too. You can take this and push it down. That'll help your crease better. There we go. Now that's going to stand up nice and pretty. Let's put some leaves on here. We can put that one there. Slide it behind that flower blossom. And I think we'll put this one here. Yep. Now I'm looking at this one. It might go. I might lift up that bow. Put that under there. So the bow doesn't look like it's just floating around. Yeah, that's what we're going to do. Can peel that off. Put this on there. I want that to stick real well, so we're going to put it right there. I knew there was a reason for getting 2 glue dots out, because we're going to use that second one. If I can see where I put it. Nah, we'll get another one. Just make sure that's on there nice and tight. Whoop. Need to pull that. There we go. It got a little wonky. Oh, I think that looks cute. Now, let's see if we should put some bling on here. Maybe, this looks like it needs, yeah. We'll put, I don't want the big ones. Maybe a small, a medium, and a small. And then we'll put a small down here in this corner. That's cute. Now, see, that needs some glue again. So we're going to stick some glue in there. Clip it again. I think that you just really have to let that clothespin get good and dry. We'll hold that while we're working on the back part of our card. Next time I might try it with tear and tape. I'm going to wait and see. So we've got this. We've got this extra big flower here. Let's just use it. We'll put some Wink of Stella on this one. Not sure how much Wink of Stella is left in this. Doesn't look like a whole lot. Put that up. And we'll put this on the back. You see, I rescued this piece that I laid on top of a dirty stamp. That happens. All right. So here is our card. Probably we'll take another piece of this and do something on the envelope. Some of the In Color Designer Series paper. So now our card will stand up. It will still fit in the envelope. And I think it's really cute. So here's the one I practiced on. And here's another one I made. I think I like it. It's for a young lady who likes to climb mountains. So I used the Greatest Journey paper and put that on the inside. I thought it kind of came out cute. And then well, I guess those are supposed to be bluebells, but they're pink bells, aren't they? And that one stands up also. So this is a ShadowBox pop-up card. I'm not real sure if that's what they're called. And you can find it on Split Coast, or you can find it here, or you can find it on Jackie's page. And I'm sure there's others, people that have made this. It's not, a lot of people have tried this card recently. So thanks for joining me today, and I hope to see you soon. Don't forget to leave me a comment or a thumbs up. I'd love to hear from you. Bye.